The internet coverage had been a little spotty today, so that's how else will work. Hi, LEK. I saw you writing right there. Welcome on board, everybody. I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you had a lovely week and that you got to stay on track as much as possible. With the energies of our world, if we look at something, well, first of all, welcome to Healing with Marcus. I'm here every Monday evening at 7 to be live with you, to be a part of helping our collective, the collective energy vibration on our planet to be as a high level as we possibly can. This is part of my work as a human being on this planet, and I believe that it's part of most of our work on this planet, is to, over time, as our spiritual journey continues, we grow and we learn what we can be a part of and how we can raise our inner frequency, our inner vibration, and then move on and help the rest of the world to support the vibration of the whole field. So the theme of today is called The Journey Continues, and Lightworkers, The Journey Continues. And what it is that our spiritual journey is really on one level of looking at it, it's a lifelong process of inner growth. It's a lifelong journey to reach new, both depths in ourselves and new insights and new levels of frequency where we gain new insights. We gain new powers in our system. And at first, when we begin on our journey, when I started my journey, which of course the original part, when I first got on some form of a healing journey, that was a long time ago. But when I came down into the inner stillness journey, that was about 13 years ago. And that's when I first came in touch with the inner stillness, the inner peace. And since then, I've been on and off this spiritual path, but much more on than off. Every now and then I've fallen off, and what happens is I always realize somewhere that I need to come back to my spiritual center, to the stillness and the inner love that we all share. So, so much of our world today is about quick fixes. So many people have come up with the new hack, the latest hack to grow faster, to feel better faster. And because of many different reasons, but one is that in the West nowadays, we believe that we have a pill for everything. We have a pill to feel better. We have a pill to get rid of pain. We have a pill for this, pill for that. And the real reality is that there are no miracle cures in the way we are looking for them. There is a miracle cure inside of you already. There is a cure deep in your inner space that as you activate your healing frequencies in your system, that helps to heal all of you. Every relationship in your life, every inner ache you may have, every emotional trauma you carry, every physical ailment can be healed or bettered with a spiritual journey. But it won't happen overnight. It won't happen with a one weekend retreat. It won't happen. That is a good step, right? Every time we do something spiritual, we might be on a trajectory like this. And every time we go in and we do a weekend retreat, we do some sort of journey, we do a big meditation gathering, it levels us up, right? And then we continue to integrate the new lessons, the new teachings, and then we go to another retreat, and then we level up again. But it's still a trajectory. It's still a journey. And there's really no place where we're going to say, now I'm whole, now I'm done, now I can go back to my regular life and I don't ever have to look at spirituality again. That's not exactly how this works, right? Because just like if we compare it to any kind of athlete or anything of that nature, what we see is that an athlete need to stay on their path in order to stay in good shape. And on many levels, that's how we are on our spiritual journey. And the more we invest in it, so one way that you can invest in your spiritual journey one way is things of this nature. You attend different forms of healing groups or healing experiences. And every time you sit down and meditate, every time you go either to a healer or you go into your own inner space, every time you are investing in your own journey, you're investing into yourself. It's a beautiful, beautiful passage. And at first, we may not see the fruits of that labor. At first, you might, in my case, I was going through 13 years ago, I was going through immense breakup pain, and it was very immense. It was like I had expected to have a life in one direction, and life took a complete different turn. And then I had to go through some very, very traumatizing experiences after that, left me in a ton of pain. And I could not get rid of that pain. My mind kept going to the same pain spot over and over and over and over. And that got stuck in my body as basically physical pain, physical stress, and a gnawing that was going on in my solar plexus that I felt was going to kill me. And I did not know how to get through that. And I knew I only had a few different solutions. One was to try and numb the pain, which I knew from previous experiences in my life wouldn't really do anything other than really hurry up death to show up. And another one was to find a spiritual solution. So as I was lucky enough to research some stuff, I found Eckhart Tolle and I found some beautiful videos. I had an experience with the absolute stillness and the absolute power of now. That took away all the pain. And it brought in a completely new frequency in my body, a completely new experience. But the next day, and that lasted that whole evening, the first time I had my experience. The next day, the pain came back like a freight train. And I learned that meditation was the way to go. I realized deeply that if I want to stay somewhat sane and somewhat or pain-free, I need to meditate. So it became fairly easy to do a daily practice out of it because the pain would come back if I didn't. And over time, that led into more and more spiritual experiences that then solidified my inner belief that this is a true healing experience, a true healing practice. Kundalini yoga was a part of it. Meditation on the stillness of this moment was a part of it. Energy healing was a part of it. And over time, the energy healing became a much bigger part of it. And over time, I learned Reiki, and then my shaman teacher found me, and then I ended up being initiated into the shamanic spiritual tribe. And after that, it's been a heck of a ride. A heck of a ride. And as we sit in this healing space, where what started to be like just to escape from pain, welcome aboard everybody. What started to be just an escape mechanism from pain became a solid life path. So as we learn to sit in your inner space, as you learn to sit in your inner space, it becomes a stronger inner path. It may be really rickety at first, but over time, it creates a strong platform from which we can live. And as we learn how to both find our inner trauma, and then we learn how to breathe space into it, how to allow the body to heal it, to sit with different healers, different medicines, we also, I ended up, at least my experience has become that as I have healed, been healed, basically because it's the spirit of life itself that heals us, we're just allowing the healing to happen. If you're able to release your story, then your body can allow the healing to take place. Here's a good question for you. This one is a little tricky, but it can be helpful. Who are you if you don't identify with your work? Who are you if you don't identify as a mother, father, sister, brother, husband, wife? Who are you if you only sit with yourself? If there's nothing but your inner stillness to sit with, who are you? It's a good question. It can help us go beyond what we normally always want to identify with. So many of us have different identifications with outer circumstances. Even the gender, my gender, or the color of this, my skin, or if I have a beard or not. Who am I? Beyond my job titles, my life titles, my looks. Who am I? If all of that is gone, who are you? If you're able to feel into the stillness between the words, if you're able to feel some form of quietude inside of you right now, you're well on your way to find your inner peace. Once we find our inner peace, it becomes so much easier to begin to feel safe in life. We begin to feel like we belong. All those feelings of being so utterly alone, all those feelings of being different, separated from, isolated, will vanish as you begin to connect to yourself. As you get to know the true nature of your inner being, you begin to realize that you are a part of the whole. That you, your life force energy, is just an expression of life itself. And so are all the rest of the people, the rest of the trees, the rest of the flowers, the rest of the dolphins, the rest of the dogs. Everything is just another expression of life here. And when we start to have that deep inner realization and deep inner experience, because it becomes a lived experience, when we have that experience, it's so much easier to feel love in our heart. And it's easier to go past our mind. Because see, much of our trauma and much of our problems, they live in our minds. There's trauma stored in the body as well. But it's only kept there because the mind keeps the story in place. So it's not that we have not been traumatized. It's not that we have not been basically victimized as children. When you and I, we were robbed of our innocence. Something or another, a person or a situation, or maybe many people, robbed us of our innocence. Coming back into your inner space becomes returning to your innocence. And this is such a beautiful inner, strong platform to come from, to live from. Your nervous system can relax. The trauma can release through your body. It can be somatic healing. It can be different forms of sacred medicine. It can be meditation. It can be energy healing. Whatever is your medicine, you will find on your journey. But if I were you, I would be exploring whatever works for you. We don't have to jump around too much, but we have to find what works for us. And then we stay with that until something new comes up, until another medicine path, another thing opens up for you, and you now wander on that path. But it's very important, and one of the things that I am called to do very clearly and very strongly is to just be here to support you and whoever else I can support, and myself, right? We put the oxygen mask on ourselves first, then we start helping others. As we put the oxygen, because here's the trick, right? I know I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I used to be so convinced when they said on the airplane, don't, put the oxygen mask on yourself. I was so convinced that of course I'm not going to put it on myself first. Of course I'm going to help the kid next to me, if there was a kid, or whoever was next to me. I would help them first and then myself. And I didn't realize that if I don't put the oxygen mask on myself first, I may not have enough time to help the other person as well. So suddenly that I passed out, and so did the other person that I could have helped if I put the oxygen mask on myself first. And that same thing goes so deeply, it rings so true for spiritual healing as well. If you are able to find your inner peace, if you are able to find your inner walk, if you are able to find your inner growth, you're going to help so many people. You're going to be there for yourself first, and then everybody else. Even looking at a family constellation, because I remember this so clearly. As a kid, I was growing up, and there was a lot of suffering in my family. A lot. And then when I was about 18 or so, that changed, or 20, I think. And the suffering shifted, and there actually wasn't much suffering for a little bit. And I remember the feeling I had in my body, that when my parents felt better, I felt better. And over time, it has led me down the belief that if you feel better, you will help others to feel better by just feeling better. If you help somebody from a space of when you're not healed in yourself, when you're not in peace, you're only going to kind of transfer and transmit the non-peace. It's hard to help people when you come from an unhealed space. But as we go on this journey, this is a journey, this is a spiritual journey we're all on. And especially you who are watching this video, I know you're on a spiritual journey. I know you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't watch this if you were not interested in growth, in recovery, in healing. And this healing, like I've said at first, it's a journey we're on. It takes a little bit of time. And we need each other on the journey. We don't need each other to find our inner peace, our truth. But we need other people who are on a similar path, so we can keep getting inspiration. We can keep getting support along the way. So if you're struggling with your meditation, if you're struggling with things in your life, you can always reach out either to me or to other people that you know that you are on a similar path with. Because it's a journey. It's a journey. I said it like, what, 1,000 times now, but it is a journey. And results happen over time. As you release into your nervous system, you relax your nervous system, you start to breathe space into your body. Your different chakras will start to heal. You may have traumas in your heart, in your solar plexus, in your sacral, in your root. It begins to heal, but it takes a little bit of time. It can take months to sit with one trauma effect. But it will work. Your body will heal it. And even if the trauma isn't completely gone, the level of impact it has on your life is so different. Suddenly, the trauma doesn't run your life any longer. It doesn't run my life any longer. And suddenly, we can kind of come back to where our highest vibration is. We fell off track at some point. When we lost our innocence, when we went into a traumatized state, we fell off track. And the spiritual journey brings you back on track. So we are experiencing a new freedom. And at first, like we said earlier, at first you might just experience, not just, it's a huge deal to experience your inner peace. It's huge when your mind quiets down. It's huge when the mind suddenly lets go of its incessant thinking and you realize deeply that there is a realm of stillness beyond thought. It's huge. And then as the healing journey continues, at least in my case, I realized that, there are things that I'm still doing that aren't a part of the healing journey. There are things I'm still doing that's calling trauma into my life and drama. And as I kept doing that, I had to experience the same relived experience, the same trauma over and over until I could see that, my inner programming is causing this. Am I seeking love in the wrong places? Am I seeking it from other people? Am I seeking energy from other people? Can I find that peace and love inside of me? So as we sit in our meditation, at first it could be that the mind slowly lets go, the mind slowly lets you relax. It slowly allows you to breathe into your system. And as that starts to work, after a while, your meditation practice changes. And you might be doing more active meditation. When in my case, I started doing meditation of like going to different parts of my body, both breathing healing into it. And at first it was just doing Reiki work, doing energy healing work on different parts of my life as well. And all of this becomes more of an active meditation, having gone from a pretty passive meditation in stillness into more of an active meditation of inner healing work. And as that then releases through the body, your body starts to heal more, your vibration shifts. And now your inner organs, your body is now supported by your life force energy. I don't know about you, but I felt like I was living under the gun for so long. I was living under a lot of stress and a lot of pressure for so long. And it was very difficult to get past it. It was very difficult to let my mind realize that, hang on, that pressure isn't life. That pressure comes from the outside, from external forces. Life is active in you all the time. Life force energy is rushing through your body every moment of every day. Your mind-body intelligence, which is way beyond your conscious self, is running your system all the time. It's very fascinating to begin to realize that. Both the fact that if my hand fell off, or if I cut my hand off somehow, this is a good question, this is a good thought. Could you rebuild your hand if it fell off? Could I rebuild my own hand if it fell off? If I had all the materials? If I figured out, well, bone is made up of calcium and other things. Then there are joints, then there are, tendons, then there's cartilage, and then there's muscles, and then there's a bunch of layers of skin, nails. Would I be able, nerves? I would have no idea how to build a hand. But my body knew how to build a hand. My body knows all of that stuff by itself. Your body knows how to digest food. Your body knows what to do with the oxygen you breathe into your lungs. Your body knows what to do if you cut yourself. That is an intelligence that's way beyond our own. This is a part of, if you really sit with it, this is a part of realizing that life is so much more than we think. That life is so much vaster than the pride we humans today have over our accomplishments, how intelligent we are, how smart we are, what we have figured out, what science has figured out. That the innate intelligence of life is so much deeper. And you don't have to believe me on that word. You can think, well, we've figured it all out. No, we have not. Even as simple as the fact that we breathe out carbon dioxide out of our system and the trees breathe it in and breathe out oxygen so we can continue living is an intelligence beyond our understanding, at least beyond my understanding. I know that it happened, but how? I don't know how. It's life force energy figuring out ways to continue to express itself creatively. And some people would refer to that as God. I say life force energy. I say the universe. I say the quantum field. And once our continuing meditation journey goes deeper and deeper, newer insights come in all the time. Newer growth processes happen all the time. And as we reach a certain level of our inner healing, when our inner healing has reached a point of, oh, you feel better, oh, don't you? All right, time to look outside. Time to begin to support the whole collective, the system, the energy field, the quantum field. Time to lend our light, our life force, and our love to the field, to help support the field. And the more of us who come to that realization, the more we bring heaven to earth, the more we create love on our planet. And the more of us who sit in that that sense of love, right? It becomes easier for the rest of the world to find the way, to find their way into love. So that's a big part of our journey. But it starts in one end, and it starts in a struggling meditation corner where we're just sitting and powering through the first 7 to 10 minutes of our meditation. And as we keep going, we keep growing. And then we find each other. Then the synchronization of our planet, the magnetism of you attracts other like-minded like you to you. And you begin to attract situations into your life that you didn't have before. And suddenly you begin to attract positive experiences that at least I didn't have as much of before as nowadays is life is a beautiful journey. Life is a beautiful journey. So I don't know for you who are on here if you have experienced the online healing before. If you haven't, we're going to go in and do about a 12 minutes of healing. Energy work. It's coming through me. It's not me. It's spirit guides. It's the different beautiful power animals coming through. But it works with your energy. If you have headphones, you might want to put them on unless you have dogs or cats, because then the cats will also get a good healing session out of this. And I would recommend for you to come back into yourself, come back home. I'm going to ring these bells, and then we're going into our healing session. It's going to be a lot of unusual sounds, but hang in there. See how it feels. You can close your eyes and just feel. Take a few deep breaths. Prepare yourself for an inner experience. Keep staying with your breath. Breathe all the way into the root chakra. Sit and feel the root and the sacral chakra all the way in the bottom of your torso. Daiyo. Daiyo, doyo, daiyo, waiyo, go daya. Daya, deyo, waya, deyo, waya, deyo. Daya, heya, heya. Doyo, 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 daya, daya, daya. Heya. Doyo. Daya. Oh, doyo, yo, 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 da. Ay, yo. なでおどだいやでおわえおわえおわえおわえおわえおわえおわえどいよいよ Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murataye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murataye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om. Welcome back into the room, everyone. I hope you had an enjoyable experience. I hope this talk helps you on your spiritual journey, helps you to stay on track or get back on track. My intention is for all of us to heal, is for all of us to be on this inner discovery journey and to find inside of us our deeper love. Thank you, Johnny Neal. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so grateful we are all here. I'm so grateful that just you watch this, that you get to share these experiences. Feel free to like and subscribe. Trenton Shine, nice to see you on here, Trenton. Oh, nice. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. So, I'm very happy we're all here. So much love to all of you. So much love. Namaste. I'll be back next Monday. Namaste and aho. By the way, LEK, thank you. Don't forget to sign up for my weekly newsletters. There's a lot of information there. I put out blog posts, and I put out, we go on Zoom every Tuesday night, in person and on Zoom. So if anybody wants to join our meditation on Tuesday nights, reach out to me, send your email to me, or reach out, and we will be more in touch. And then we're in person on the beach on Sunday mornings in Topanga. All right, everyone. Like I said it before, I'll say it again. Namaste and aho. Much love. Much love.